This is day 5 of Rants by the Middleman, and I am Don Peter Gentleman. Welcome, y'all. Hey, look, so it was on me. I was late. I was just resting my mind, and I was like, I want this chick. And it dropped on me so fast. I had to jump on this bad boy and just get busy walking. And it's the virtuous woman. That's the one that the middleman wants. Why? Because the rest of y'all don't matter. I want that chick out. Y'all can keep the rest. So, all y'all bad chicks, all y'all super pretties, the little princesses, y'all can stay right where y'all at because this is the fruition on it. Now, before I get to talking my crap, talking my stuff, I'm gonna pull up what they call a virtual because a lot of y'all be going around talking like y'all this check and that perfect woman. Well, let's pull out the stats. Since majority of us are raised in a Christian household, and y'all talk all that stuff, well, let's pull it out and see, do y'all qualify? Because a lot of y'all don't qualify. Now everybody talked about Kevin Samuels about all this stuff and saying y'all did all this stuff. Well, clearly, did y'all qualify? Well, let's find this out. Hmm. What is the qualities of a virtuous woman? Google posted up a virtuous woman is a gentle and quiet spirit which is precious in God's sight. Gentle and what's that? Quiet. Oh, 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 oh. I mean, you ain't gonna have. It says that she is the crown. She is the crown to her husband, but she has, but that maketh ashamed is as a rottenness his is in his bones. What did that say? She is the crown of his of her husband, of her man. She makes him better. So how many of y'all have gone around saying y'all was trying to make not your husband better, but that Jerome over there better, but you ignored the real king. And y'all was chasing that clown over there, the Joker. Y'all was chasing Lancelot when you had King Arthur in your freaking presence. Right? Mm. Mm-mm. Let me go back to this. Whew. He said it with that quiet. What else? What else? What else? Let's go. I'm getting so excited just going down here. And this ain't me talking. A woman seek to be truthful in all, and to always seek the truth. Truthful in all. Now I come from an industry. I work in an industry where y'all do a whole lot of finessing. Now, because the middleman catches y'all, because he gives every last one of y'all a chance to walk in your greatness, to be honest and authority. But that's not who y'all want. Y'all generally be wanting the other stuff, and don't tell me that you want it because I walked out here a many a times and gave a many opportunities, only to see that you was full of shit. So that's not what you want. That's what you aspire to, but that's not what you really want. You want excitement. You want fun. You want stability. You want all that, which you can get. You just don't want it. And the motherfuckers that might be a little bit fat. Now, now I ain't gonna say fat because if you fat, if you 200 and 300 pounds overweight, that's a whole nother problem, brother. And I'm gonna tell you right here, you need to lose the fucking weight. That's because it's not attractive, it's not sexy, it's not right. Now, me as the middleman, but as a straightforward man, I even took account of my skinny fat ass when I was skinny fat. Now I'm skinny sexy. That's why. Because I realized in my own life that it's not cute being skinny with a belly. But more importantly, the underlining problems shows up in your belly and your digestive system. So this is a shameless intermission on keeping your health together. You ain't got to go around looking like Jack Diesel around here, niggas that just got out bodies. We ain't talking about all that shit. That's cool for what it's cool for, because you ain't had nothing to do with yourself. All you could do was work out and read books. But for us niggas who was out here for real, keeping holding it down the best we can, trying to keep your woman and your daughters and your kids sanity together when it was too many of y'all to handle, it wasn't even enough money to go around at a time because you only gonna make so much because you're gonna be stressed. Why? This is how kings become true kings because the kings that operate on those levels is only looking for a virtuous woman. A virtuous woman is his actual queen. Not the little side chicks that y'all be claiming that y'all be mad at, that be stepping up. But since he's the king of the kingdom, you're going to play your role. But I digress. She understands that being peaceful is not weakness. Rather, it is putting into use the feminine power that God bestowed upon her at creation. This ain't my words. This is what the Bible said. She understands that being peaceful is not weakness. How many of y'all motherfuckers out here angry than a motherfucker? Come on, don't worry, I'll wait. How many are out here angry and mad? Why? You left peace alone. You didn't want peace. You didn't want the motherfucker that was not trying to cock you upside your head. That was willing to walk out the door and say, I'll come back when in a different energy, because right now this is not the right energy. You didn't want that. You wanted to prove your point. You wanted to step off and say, I'm the big B in this house and I run that. What? But it said that's not it says right here. Look, it's right there. It says it. It's not a sign of weakness. Rather, it's putting it into the feminine power that God bestowed. That means when you came off, when we was laid to rest and God separated himself and moved his rib, that extra sauce out of him to balance, to create balance, not just balance out his loneliness, but to balance out his body and his spirit. He had to create balance because he can now see something. Because just walking with God, who's omni, it didn't make sense. But when you're walking with another of yourself, but it's the completion of yourself. That's the feminine energy. The masculine energy is one energy, and what completes you is the feminine energy, not the other way around. If you notice that in every type of relationship, even if it's a physical boy, girl, whatever, which I don't get into that. This is not that type of platform for that. There's still a feminine and a masculine energy. Somebody's gonna be more aggressive or more masculine than the other. Rather, y'all just physically attract each other because of each other's features. That part. Anyway, so that's a. I went over tangent for a minute. Don't mind me. However, this turned into the woman that I wanted. So what did I do? Me as the middleman, I chose to become the virtuous man. I chose to operate in the energy that I'll be at the desired level that will attract my virtuous woman, my queen, mine. Now what I got, whew, and that's a reflection on me. I would take that because I did go through that phase where I had a thing for ratchets. I love me a little hood chick, little hood ghetto chick. I like the spice on them. Why? Well, to be honest, it's because they were more free in private time than they was in public time. And two, they weren't afraid to get down. And I didn't want no soft chick. Now this is me because I was raised around a lot of women, and the woman that brought me into this world is not a soft woman. She's a self-sufficient, very independent woman. She's outspoken, and she says what she means. She means what she says, and she stand up for what she believes in. So shout out to my mom. Happy birthday. All that good stuff. So she holds it down. She has put up with my nonsense for many times, even though we couldn't get along on some things, just because we just different of opinion. And moms are moms. They don't listen to their kids, even when you got their best interests at heart. Hey, whatever. However, your standard of what you want is a direct relation to the relationship you got with your mom. Now, this is something that comes not from me, but it's actually coming from a guy named Ken. Pimp Ken, and he illustrates in his book about the end game, and most of them and how they got in the game was because they didn't have a great relationship with their mom. Now, me and my mom, we're cool. So things have, we're cool. So understanding that that's every boy's first love, just like every girl's father is her first love. So my relationship with my daughter is amazing. Okay. So because of that, your standard of what you expect your woman to be is basically directly related to your mom for y'all fellas. So if y'all is a mama's boy, you'll be wondering why he ain't that caliber man. That's because the type of man that you were looking for was not in alignment of the man that she needed you to be when she wanted to court you, when she wanted to mess with you, when she wanted to be be in your room. Now things have gotten out of whack quite a bit, and y'all can say what you want about it. There's a lot of y'all out here. There's more than a little bit, you know, that fit the criteria of something that's worth courting now. Why I keep feeling like something about to jump out of my eyes? I don't know. You know. So it's more than a little bit out here. All right. It's way more than a little bit than needed for things for us to get courted. Now that goes a lot to do with uh them powers to be that's trying to quiet our voice, quiet our ability to procreate and keep our power at a certain level. So a lot of that had to do with it. Dude, are you new? Sometimes when you walk in the neighborhood, and they're looking like you walk in the neighborhood because they ain't seen you and you're young, they stupid. Like, as far as like you ain't seen a black man in the neighborhood before. Like, I mean, this neighborhood is black. Anyway, I digress, and I'm not editing that out. I digress. The point is there is it's so much that is claimed to be offered, but yet when we line it up with what was written, because this is what I want, y'all don't qualify. You don't. Sorry, you don't. You say you do until you get around the one that really do this shit for real. And when y'all get around the one that really do this shit, it, it turns into it becomes something else because what's required and expected is something above normal. That because what has become normalized here is just not normal according to you know the Bible. Now, I'm not a Bible scholar. Hell, I'm not a 100% Bible doer. I'm just saying I at least go off of a blueprint that's uh recognized across the board. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that according to the blueprint that majority of us are familiar with, it don't align. So how could you expect for a man to rock with something that don't align with what they're desiring, but yet don't do the things that's required? Because I know me as the middleman, me as a man, all I strive for was to be the greatest version, not just for me, but for my family and for the one that that qualifies to be there. And yes, I fire them. Yes, you don't qualify. Yes, I want that chick, and I position myself to attract that level. Everything else don't qualify. I don't give a damn what y'all on to. I reserve that right. Why? Because I know my value, not as a man, but as a true God. I don't talk about that king shit. Y'all can have that king shit. Y'all can have that king shit. I write in God's body. Not body. King shit is still you still trying to run something, and I don't run anything. I just take the authority of what was given to me and operate it and put it into application at the highest level, at the best levels that was given to me, based off the knowledge and understanding that was bestowed to me by God. That's God shit. That's God body, because that's what we was made to be. For those that want to operate on those vibrations. If you still want to be on some king shit, cool. You still got some hoes you trying to mess with. You still got some queens that you trying to, some stuff you trying to do, some concubines you still trying to control. I get all that. That's that's a whole nother conversation, but that's the reason why I'm having this open conversation in this series of the middleman, sharing the thoughts of the middleman, the actions of a middleman, the requirements of a middleman, so that if you come across a middleman, you know you got a good one. You know you got a great man, not not some in between man that don't know how to handle his business, don't know how to lay it down, and don't know how to strive and apply and inspire by inspiring greatness. Cause you can't be around me and not want to do something. You're gonna get fucked around me, or you're gonna be inspired to get better. That's the only thing that's gonna happen when you're around a guy like me. Other than that, you're gonna be disqualified. I promise you. I'm gonna irritate you. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that right now. I'm gonna irritate you because of the level of execution that I'm gonna operate on. I'm telling you that. Why? Because I don't settle. I'm not gonna settle for mediocrity. I'm not gonna settle for any old thing. Now, and that's a settle without in simplicity, meaning most middlemen, like a Zuckerberg and all that stuff, do you understand that they don't waste their time buying 20,000 clothes trying to look cute for everybody? They're too busy in their bag getting their shit in order for the right woman that's gonna bring out the best of him, that compliments him. She'll do all the shit goddamn shopping to make him look like look like sweetness. Why? Because he ain't focused on that. He focused on making sure that he is a great man and a creator for him, his family, and his community that aligns with that. Other than that, he ain't playing with you. Fuck the dumb shit. I promise you. Look at the characteristics. I'm giving you the characteristics, the little things that you need to look out for. Because y'all know when y'all know. Because when y'all know, y'all gonna see it. Now the only thing is that it's not gonna move, you know, it don't move y'all cooter booter until a little later. It might be a sample, but it ain't moving your cooter booter till a little later. Why? Because you still got a lot of hot ready in your soul that you want to get maxed out of you before you go ahead and try and get up in his sideburns, and his sideburns ain't gonna be bothered with you at that point. I promise you he won't. Cause you like, why? For what? You old dudes. You tired. You ain't virtuous. Cause you still got that stake on you. Why? Cause you're gonna be mad about Tyrone who played you. Even though he thought he was ridiculous and was a service breaker. He played you. He played your level that he left a scar in your heart. He left a scar in your spirit. And then until you heal that, he ain't gonna be bothered. He can't bleed with you. I'm telling you, can't be with you. Why? Because it'll be a waste of his energy. And for y'all brothers that try to settle in because she's so fine, and you can smell it in her because you fear of being alone, then you ain't got there yet, buddy. You worried about the wrong things. See, because you got to be disciplined within yourself. You got to know yourself. Okay? Because if you know yourself, you trust yourself, you're gonna know that there ain't no shortage. Ain't no shortage of being great. Ain't no shortage of those that qualify themselves to be great with you. Trust me on that one. The only difference is knowing what you qualify and what you deserve, and getting what you deserve by being that of what you need. That means be what you're aspiring or desiring to attract. Being what you're desiring to attract. I work out for me because I like being healthy. I like looking good for me, but also it's gonna attract the right body, baby. Because guess what? If she ain't working out and keeping that body tight for the kid, guess what? She ain't gonna get it. You get me? You feel me? Cause you ain't, and that's a part of your lifestyle. That's not like, oh, I'm forcing myself to do it just to try and get it. No, it's good for your health. I mean, baby girl, it don't make sense. Why allow? What makes sense does it allow you to get so far overweight and out of balance that now you at a high risk of killing yourself and hurting the people around you over your selfishness because of your relationship with that your over relationship with food. Now, don't get me wrong. Last night I made me some red beans and rice for the first time. When I say I don't know what was in it, that I did it and I made it. I found a whole new comfort. I ain't never been so happy. I slept so good, and I understood what that relationship could be when you got some good food in your system. And I like cooking for people. Now this I'm not a chef. I'm not a chef. Now don't get me twisted, but I do like seeing their joy when a person, doesn't matter who that eats my food, and they get happy. Even if it's just some wings and fries, but they get happy. It's something about that just does it for me. I just get happy. I find joy when you're joyful. You know, when y'all see me posting my stories, the healthy heifers snap sandwich and they just snap back, or 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 people in my life that they just feel satisfied after eating my cooking. I do find great joy in that. So if you are in my cipher, don't be don't be don't be surprised if I say, "Do you want something to eat?" But I ain't going to no motherfucking restaurant. I'm gonna get in that kitchen. I'm gonna whip something up for you, for you. Just know that. And with that being said, I think this may be it. In conclusion, the Middleman series. Just know that there are good men out here that is only accepting virtuous women, women that qualify, that brings his peace, that is a crown to his to his head and not a headache to his bones, that will serve you at the same capacity that you're willing to serve. But you have to meet the criteria. You have to meet the criteria, and don't lie to yourself saying that you are when you ain't. Telling you that right now, because it will be exposed. Because when you get around the real deal, it will remove all bullshit around you. And with that being said, hey, I need y'all all to stay healthy. Let's get wealthy. Look, when you catch the replay, comment below, talk your shit. You know, even if you delete it, just talk your shit. Give me some love, man.